of the ways a few folks in that community found to break the game involved a way of doing an arbitrary code execution. And the initial method just jumped straight to the end credits, similar to the explanation I gave for Super Mario Bros. 3, but using entirely different entry point methods. Still arbitrary code execution, but the way they did it was a use after free mechanism that in the community is known as a stale reference manipulation. At the time, all you could do with it was simply jump to the end credits. A couple of researchers discovered ways of getting a little bit more control, but it was very difficult to do, even with practice. So very, very few people could actually pull that off. Around that time, someone named Soren came along and decided to do a beta showcase for Ocarina of Time and approached me at a Games Done Quick in person and said, "Hey, I would like to do this. And I have all of these ideas of what I want to show. But the problem is some of these ideas only work on real hardware and don't work in an emulator because emulators it's very, very difficult to make a good emulator for a Nintendo 64. It's just a very complicated processor setup and layout. So you kind of wanted to do something with the real hardware and said, "Hey, I can't do it in just an emulator. I need TASBot to help." And in the process, we also discovered that it was impossible for us with just TASBot to play the game in a way where we could do it all ourselves. We basically discovered through a couple of years of research that it took both a human player getting to a point of reaching that ace entry point, along with TASBot doing button presses faster than any human could, to combine with our knowledge of the game to present a story that made sense.